Hello and welcome. This is Velfe. Hi everyone. Hi. Um, I've been trying to recuperate, relax, work out. We still have a long way to go. So, first thing is losing weight. Second thing is keeping our thing in check. Right? Second thing is keeping ourselves in check and eating good. And it's very hard. So, this is Velfe. Hi everyone. Hi. Um, been trying to recuperate, relax, work out. At least the audio works. We still have a long way to go. So, okay, that's I don't know why it has the audio enabled. Shouldn't have it enabled. Okay, that was from Twitter. So I turned it off. At least it works though. So oh yeah, I just forgot. I almost forgot something. There we go. So I'm the only thing I'm doing right now is just model over and it looks like I'm going to have to reset the IP address because the last router we had was underperforming and it wasn't operating at its full potential. I'm not sure because it was hardware related or something, but this one here is working at its full potential. Address of the router to the client. Okay, it should work. Gotta tap right back. There we go. Yeah, anytime the IP address is different, you actually have to put it back in the VC base, vice versa between the apps. Not it won't work. So, we're gonna be playing Genshin. I'm sorry, I said Genshin, but we're not. We're gonna be playing Honkai Star Rail because we're massively way behind, and we should really progress to this. Um, let's see. I wanted to do something with Magic the Gathering, but we'll save that kind of like towards the end. I don't know, is it or is it? So I got the model thing set up, but it feels like it's not what's. Maybe I'm just overthinking. Okay, have it set there. Good. Client and then Twitch. All right, guys. I have the chat windows for YouTube, Twitch open up. For those who are trying to chat to me on Twitter, I do not have that up. Sadly, that would be a little hard to know how to get that to show up. So, if you want to communicate with me, you would have to go through Twitch or YouTube. If you're on kick.com watching as well, you have to do it through the other platform because I can't get the chats to integrate into the multi chat for some reason. Apparently, multi chat will only show Twitch, YouTube, and kick.com, but not Twitter for some reason. So, let's go ahead and begin.
up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yenching, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
What are you doing?
Sorry, but after our previous adventures, I've become suspicious of whoever greets us first.
Do you have to be suspicious around me too?
You know, the last time we came to the Xianzhou, the first person who greeted us was...
I get it. Better safe than sorry.
I don't know if we're going out of order on the story, so
lively before.
hopefully this is the correct order.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon, but seeing the bustling Starskiff Haven, I understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three who have come from afar. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The Cloud Knights are working hard to keep the security tight.
I think this might have been way too soon to start this. Connor did not know.
It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too.
I think this is way ahead, but I don't think it involves skipping anything.
Both sent messengers to offer their blessings. Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the cosmos. Although it's a member of the Xianzhou Alliance, I don't know much about it.
I kind of wish they had a. I don't know. Does this game have a story for story focus lock, or focus only on the main story? I know some games are starting to introduce functions like that. So a story-driven, not the correct order.
Is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's like a goddess of war, capable of crushing dozens of abominations with a single punch. I wonder if it's true. If only I could witness her prowess with my own eyes.
By the way, Yenching, where are we headed next?
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side. I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
And we are ready in a battle, guys.
Sherson? Why are there Boris in here? This ends now.
Found me. Until everything burns to ashes! Here, try this! Dream vanished.
Oh, that's pretty quick work. What's with this game with no character with no shoes, right?
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
Did she just stole the sword? Oh my god. Oh Jesus. This is why you guys don't toss your swords around in combat and then someone else just picks it up and take it. But yes, I managed to get most of my targets in here, and I'll be honest, it was we got her C, light cone card. Sadly, we don't have fireflies, but we have hers. Not hers though, but not hers either. So there's a few of light cone cards we don't have for some characters.
Not a good sign.
But Cypher was my main target, and I'm glad I got her. Shot through the roof and took the #1 spot.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find out what's going on.
And also get your sword back, right? You mentioned getting his sword back. Come on, look at her. That girl was jumping from here to there and there. Jeez, why can't we do stuff like that, right?
Wow, we appreciate your rescue, my Cianjo friends. Don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Lafu. And it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Lafu must go through inspection.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisin.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
I'll pretty much let the guard handle it.
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down for a moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven? According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a Starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground. Who allowed a prisoner transport ship to dock at the passenger terminal?
Please don't blame this captain. This incident involves the Ju-Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yenqing. The situation unfolded rapidly and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju-Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought off the Borisin pirates and imprisoned them on their ship.
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Lafu, and the Ju-Ming envoys saved them? This sounds complicated.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju-Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these criminals over to the Lafu. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Lafu, the Starskiff lanes are under immense pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff could get there. And that's what you just witnessed.
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
An unusual situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath. Maybe I should gather more details from others so that the Seed of Divine Foresight can have a better understanding of the situation.
Oh, you look much maturer now, Yenching.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with?
Yeah, those werewolf monsters are known as Borison. They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time. The Borison have been a powerful force for a long time, plundering and enslaving many worlds. The threat they pose is just as terrible as the Swarm disaster, and the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years, but who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Senjo Lofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
Yeah, that's what I find strange too. It seems like the IPC and the Borison have some serious grudges. Well, enough with the chit-chat. The General wants me to take you to the Palace of Astrum. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting down the Borison?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get it back.
I doubt she did it on purpose.
Don't remind me. I just zoned out for a moment, that's all. All right, let's not keep the General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
Very suspicious. That guy's very suspicious. But yeah, I think we're kind of going ahead. This is even related to her. Does this happen? Oh. Oh, okay. This is an event. Okay, yeah. See, we were doing an event. Okay. Did we just do the event?
When the Master Diviner gets back, we might be in. Are you ready?
This is. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and do this before we progress. We don't want to.
Oh, there's something fun over there. Come on, let's go. Ah, you're back. From the sound of your stride, I sense you're in good spirits. Many who undertake the far-reaching journey to the Xianzhou are weighed down by a heavy heart and exhaustion. But your steps are bold and steady, a stride worthy of a nameless. Let's get down to business. I analyzed the prescription you procured, the draft of Draconic Surge. Now that I have a preliminary conclusion, it needs to be delivered to the seat of Divine Foresight. The conclusion. Put simply, I don't believe that the draft of Draconic Surge holds the cure to the Mara. Even in the foreseeable future, there will likely not be any such cure. I've compiled the details into a written analysis. If you're interested, feel free to take a look. This is a copy of pharmacological studies on the draft of Draconic Surge. If the Chief Counselor wants to see it urgently, I'll have to ask you to deliver it for me.
Mind if we do?
What is your purpose for entering the seat of Divine Foresight?
You're back. Anything you wanted to share? Wow. Even for those alchemists, that was fast. Don Shu. Wait, why would the Alchemy Commission's chief alchemist be away from her post? I've heard that the chief alchemist is visually impaired. She rarely leaves the Alchemy Commission delve. She has a vast knowledge and expertise. No wonder she was able to analyze the pharmacology so quickly. Let me see her report.
Once we complete this, then we can return and complete that quest with more.
No cure? Where did these villains get their hands on such a complex prescription? This is infuriating. Still, this is a clue we can follow. Thank you. Please accept these gifts for your efforts. Those were rewards from the Seat of Divine Foresight. These are gifts from me, personally. You've done so much for the Luofu, for the Xianzhou. This is the least I could do.
It would have been nice if we could actually Oh, I am playing this by keyboard and mouse, a controller. So this is more like an RGB turn, so there's no point in using a controller. unless you need
Thank you
it.
for coming on such short notice.
If it was more like an action art.
My stay in Exalting Sanctum was supposed to be focused on treating people and delivering medicine. But the Seed of Divine Foresight tasked me with analyzing the prescription. I've been severely delayed.
So it's time for us to progress in this game and get somewhere in the story.
I've already concocted some of the medicine in question.
Gonna be
But
left
there can't
behind.
be any further delays.
I wonder how many rolls I'm
Could you assist
behind.
me in ensuring it arrives on time? Thank you. The patient in question is a little girl. If she's gotten into any trouble, be sure to let me know when you get back. This is the medicine. Her house is near the Court of Tranquility. It shouldn't be hard to find her.
That tree remained dead.
Extractor clean.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Is this the one Don Shu sent me to find?
Aw, little Miss Lady can't see ahead, can't see right, can't see left. Heads to the east, ends up west. She's stuck. She can't get down.
Hey, what you looking at, Outworlder? Mind your own business.
Who do you think you are? Keep your nose out of this. I beat people up all the time.
What the fuck? These kids are so fucking foul mouthed. It's time for a whooping. Belt whooping time. Dude, Stella. Wait, does it still have a belt on her shirt?
Stop yelling and help me up already.
They use some kind of hidden power. I saw it. You're a cheater.
That's right. If you hadn't cheated, I would have knocked your lights out.
You sure about that, boss? They didn't even flinch. Ugh, shut up! Boss, let's get out of here. We shouldn't fight anyone that doesn't respect martial arts.
I'll let you off the hook this time. Next time we fight fair and square.
Yeah!
Jeez. I kind of wish Stella was just like, time for a whooping. The good old spanking whoop from the old days, right?
Thank you for helping me, miss. Oh, Don Shu asked you to come? Things are bad on the Lawfu recently. Don Shu must be very busy. Thank you, miss. Remember to thank her for me.
Why does she wander about alone? Well, I've delivered the medicine. I should report back to Don Shu.
Those kids had to have been like level 1 or even level 0. Poor Stella wouldn't feel anything.
That tree remained.
Is it? No, I'm at it. It's my Stella. Yeah, I can count for a belt. Got a few things she could have used that's close enough to a belt on her skirt. She's just too nice.
How was she? Did you deliver the medicine? reminds me of myself when I was a child. I also had to find my way in the dark, face obstacles I couldn't predict, as well as deal with unconscious prejudices people had against me. If I was ever injured by bullies or after a fall, I'd run crying to the healers at the Alchemy Commission and ask them to heal me. I suppose that's why I followed in their footsteps, to pay a little kindness forward. Thank you for looking after the child. Could I ask you for another favor, friend?
Shh.
I want to meet the little girl. Can you lead me to her? I worry about her wandering around on her own. And I want to know what's been on her mind lately. Her parents passed away in the denizens of Abundance Wars. The relatives who took her in aren't close to her. And whenever I treat her, she often confides in me. A healer's medicine might remedy one's physical health, but sometimes the loneliness and hurt inside one's heart needs companionship and care to heal. She told me that whenever she's feeling troubled, she finds a quiet corner in the Artisanship Commission and just sits there, letting the sounds wash over her. Her parents used to be artisans in the Commission, so I think she has some nostalgic connection to the place. In all likelihood, that's where she'll be. There's danger around every corner these days, especially for a sightless child. Let's go.
So from what I can tell, she's been lying.
Like dead for thousands of years, and it figured now's a good time to come back to life.
Hello there. Hello there. I'm sorry. Am I able to, for King J, if you know some English, please see if you can, get messages in English. Again, actually, hold on. Let me see what you're trying to say. And also, hello there from Russia. Oh, you were saying hi. Here, I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, hello there, Amber. Hello. So right now, I'm just trying to knock out this side quest before I continue with the main mission, because once you go past the return point, it knocks out the mission. So
Come on, draw already.
Saved myself the trouble. I lost my beard.
What's happening? Is the girl in trouble?
Help!
Share good fortunes.
I'll take it on.
With enough believers, life
You lush. Your beard.
found me.
Until everything burns to ashes! I think something bit me.
Dream vanished.
I'm assuming that you guys also play Honkai Star Rail here.
It's all right. Everything's okay now, Xiaoyu.
Thank you, big sister. Thank
She is here.
But when I think about all the trouble I've caused you two, I feel like such a burden. I'm sorry.
Is that why you're crying? Maybe we should start getting used to this feeling. Because in the next few centuries, visually impaired people like us will continue to require help from everyone we meet. So, if a little bit of guilt like this is enough to break your heart, then how will you manage such an arduous path? I'm not trying to console her. This is the reality. Walking alone in the darkness, fearing every incoming, invisible obstacle, unable to understand other people's descriptions. Everyone, everything is like a hot coal in the dark. Invisible, yet still able to burn you. As a long-life species, she can expect life to continue like this for nearly 1,000 years. She must learn to depend upon herself rather than just foolishly waiting around for the next hero to swoop in.
Well, look to the Russian and Japanese person, but regardless of what person you are, where you're from, what country, doesn't matter. Impression of you guys, as long as you're you, that's it. That's the only thing that matters.
One hopes that would be the case. But that would require someone to be by her side every waking second of every day. In the meantime, she'll have to learn to withstand the darkness. Just as I have.
Dude, that's harsh.
You're right, Danchu. From now on, I'll do my best to rely on myself.
Good. I hope you remember this. Forever. This place is too dangerous. Let's head back to Exalting Sanctum.
Well, I think I finished that little quest. It was too long, hopefully.
Thank you again for all you've done. It would seem we incomplete ones are often bullied from a tender age. I endured numerous
They know to bully,
hardships to become
guys.
Chief Alchemist. Yet,
Don't promote bullies.
still things that leave
Someone's
me
being
feeling
bullied,
helpless.
stick up and help them.
That's the reason I said what I said. You might mistake my words for being hurtful. But the truth is, no amount of words can prepare her for what lies ahead. For long-life species, these things are permanent. Whether we are beautiful or ugly, tall or short, wise or foolish, all of it is encoded into our flesh from the moment we are born. The impairments of short-life species can be corrected with ingenia or surgery. But that's an impossibility for Xianzhou natives. No matter the method employed, our bodies will eventually return to their original states. I too was once a non-believer. I fooled myself into acquiring artificial eye implants. Soon thereafter, my sightless eyes began to regenerate, and I was left in pain and despair. That brief window of sight that I regained has turned into a perpetual source of anguish, forever etched into my mind. For long-life species, this incompleteness is a permanent, unavoidable tenance. What a joke. Even the denizens of abundance, so-called abominations, needn't endure such torture. Perhaps we incomplete ones are merely traitors, cursed by the plague's author. nothing. Forget I said anything. Thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I think my aspirations in exalting Sanctum have been met. For now. Oh. I have a gift for you. Though I'll need a little time to prepare it. I'll contact you once it's ready to collect. See you soon, friend.
Damn.
I came up from Starskiff Haven.
It'd be nice if we could just jump down from here. Have to go. Anyway, we'll just go around. Wait, hold on, I'm seeing some messages being. Why is the message being hold for? Too? Not really born ugly. Well, unless you have a defect during birth, then you can turn out ugly, like hideous, with like a deformed face, portion of your body or so. But that's only really rare when stuff like that happens.
All we ask is that you find a quiet spot away from the browsing areas.
But this game doesn't have a jump mechanic. Like we just press the button and you just jump. Hopefully we'll be done soon.
Looks like the person you were waiting for has gotten in touch. Safe travels. Maybe buy a book next time? Buying a book.
I could just buy the book
Which
now.
one do you need? I'll help you find it.
Holy. You know what? That's a lot of books. Buy them. Make this girl's day. Damn it. Is there a buy all button? Come on. In these days and age, you should have a buy all button. Luckily, we have enough money. It's saving it up. I probably should farm more for more. And that's every single one.